and welcome everyone to another Tuesday afternoon here in America, Tuesday evening in Ireland, Scotland, the UK, and elsewhere. I'm Stephen Roberts, and this is Cancel a Cabal on peopleshairnetradio.com. I know I forget to say it quite often, but I'm going to say it right off the beginning. I should make a note of it, doing it every show, every time I get on the microphone. We are listener supported, so if you like what we're doing here, please hit that donate button. I will tell everyone the truth if this network does go down for any kind of a reason because of money or whatever the case is, I will just leave the internet, just plain and simple. Anyways, I sent an email out just a few minutes ago. I do want to welcome my special guest, Tressa Graves, who's been on, I don't know, about 8 zillion times, I think. But always a pleasure to have you on, Tressa.
Thanks, Stephen.
How are you doing today?
I am doing really, really well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I've been, which is why I wanted to come on the show today, because I have to say I am back. I'm ready to get back out on the road and do book signings and everything. And this week I am releasing an audiobook and an ebook on a story called The Stalking Monster, which is inspired by actual events.
True events. It is a fiction, though, so we do have to say that. I've even got a reading in there, and who knows, I might have some more readings in there somewhere. But I do have almost a 2-minute reading, 2-minute video up on. It's not YouTube, is it? Is it? It's a what? What's the venue?
I've actually got it on YouTube, Vimeo, Daily Motion, and then I actually uploaded the videos to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, my website, www.tressagraves.com, LinkedIn, G+. So
But
the
do you
videos are all over the place.
Do you think it's easier just to tell me the venues you don't have it up on yet?
Probably. Well, since VidMe isn't around anymore, I figured, well, to get the views I was getting over there, I'd better go everywhere.
Yeah, but YouTube is going to be kicking you off pretty soon here, aren't they? Because of someone we know and someone who's got 400 different aliases and 400 different accounts, and he's up on YouTube and sending bad reports on you. But anyways, we won't talk about that. But Lori says hi, and she says she wishes you love. She's been following you on FaceCrook, Fedbook, whatever you want to call it.
So then she saw all the videos I've been putting up. I spoke with someone from Australia. I think it was day before yesterday, and they said, Tressa, you market yourself so well, because
yeah.
a lot of people tell me that, because I am all over the place and I'm always trying to find new ideas and new things to do that other people aren't doing, because you always gotta be new and stand out there, or people forget about you, or you get lost in the crowd. So it's always trying to reinvent yourself. Maybe that's why I like Madonna so much. She reinvented herself how many times?
50 maybe, I don't know. Kind of like Chubby Checker. He did it about 50 times too, I think.
Yeah, well, and they're both successful, so that tells you something. You have to be on top of your game and just always be out there. And with me, it's hard because I've been out of it for 2 years, so it's like I'm starting from scratch. I feel like rock bottom again. So I'm trying to work my way back up there. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, but I feel pretty confident, and it's really cool because Stephen, I have not told you, but there are so many people from all over, got a big fan base in Australia, that cannot wait for the Stalking Monster to come out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think it's the nonfiction book based off my stalking. It's not. That one won't be out until after all of the legal stuff is over and done with. I'm still working on it. So I won't even pretend like I know when it's going to be out anymore. Because
correct. Yeah, there's going to have to be judicial proceedings to end before that even happens, and they haven't even begun yet.
Well, actually, they have begun. I don't know if you saw it, but I actually posted a letter that the FBI had sent me about them realizing that I'm a victim now of a serious crime. And yesterday I just got some other mail from them moving forward with stuff. So I actually posted that because I was so happy and so proud of that, because it lets the public know that, hey, I'm not crazy. I have really been being stalked. It is a federal crime of what has been happening to me. And it is not picked up by local police. It is on the FBI is working this case. That's how severe this has been. So yes, I posted a little part of the letter I got, because it made me feel very good to finally get something that says, okay, we're the FBI and we know we're handling this now. So I was very proud of that.
Well, Lori wants you to know you can have her steel-toed boots to do some butt kicking whenever you need to.
I might take her up on that. So, and speaking of me reinventing myself, I had a book of short stories that should have been out like a year ago, maybe even longer, a year and a half ago, called the Dark Hours series. And it's a book of short stories that I've done over a 15-year span of writing. I love doing short stories. So what I'm doing with this, I haven't announced this yet, I'm going to announce it here. I'm taking those short stories and I am going to release one, hopefully every 2 to 3 weeks, in ebook. Some of them will be audiobooks. The Stalking Monster is one of the stories in that. So that one will be an ebook and an audiobook. It's going to be available, I'm thinking, Thursday. And the ebook will be only 99 cents, and the audiobook is going to be a $5 download. Both are downloads. I've got my Facebook store up with photos. I've got collector monster cards up over there. I've got 2 contests going right now. A contest to win a digital download of My Lady in the Backyard story. And I've got another contest to win a Stalking Monster card. And it's really easy. All people have got to do to win the Stalking Monster card is go follow me on Goodreads. And for the Lady in the Backyard, all they have to go do is follow me on www.tressagraves.com, and you're automatically entered to win the audiobook as well as a signed photo. So it's pretty cool. I've gotten a lot of people come in. I like doing fun things with the fan base and everyone, and it's really working out very well.
I don't think I've ever told you, but I really enjoy audiobooks. To me, it's just so much easier. I can download something to MP3, put it on my phone, and well, I'm back to exercising now, so I can listen to it while I'm doing that. I don't have to take weeks and weeks, days, whatever the case is, to try to sit down and read a book. Maybe it's quicker for me just to listen to a book. I've been listening to one on Audible here lately. So.
Mm-hmm. And I was speaking to a lady in Australia, and she was saying the same thing. She says, even ebooks, it's much easier to download the ebooks onto your tablet or whatever it is you have that you download your books on, in audiobooks. Whenever you're at the doctor's office, you can just, open it up and read it. You don't need your glasses because you can blow up the font, the lights there, it's pretty cool. So that's kind of why I decided to go on and release each story separately. And then come October, around September, October, I'll have the book printed with all the stories in it, and then I'll go out and do book signings and take the book out with me then. But for now, with everything that's still going on, I figured this is a creative way for me to get back out there, interact with the public, and get some workout for people to be able to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get into the Stalking Monster just a little bit, if you'd like to. I don't know.
What do you want to know?
Well,
It
the
is
premise of the
a
book, maybe.
well, this is my first graphic novel, and this has got stuff in it, and we will say again, inspired by actual events. There's some truth in this, and there's also stuff in it that's not, so true. I wanted to do this because I could end it the way I always thought this stalking case would end for me, which was really, really bad, because the police and stuff wasn't taking it too serious to begin with. And then when the gunshots to the head and everything started coming through, the FBI picked up the case. So I feel comfortable now with what's going on. So I took it and took my biggest fear and put it into the Stalking Monster. But there is some truth in it, as I said, inspired. And I was sitting there today reading the audiobook. I think I'm like 4 pages away from finishing it, and it is tedious trying to do an audiobook. It's my first audiobook I've ever
Don't I know it?
Huh?
Don't,
oh yeah.
Don't I know it?
It takes a lot of time. I sit there and I read it and mess it up, and
well, that's the thing. It took me 2 hours to get that 2-minute reading done the other day and put it into video form. That was everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought you were like one shot. Hey, I'm Stephen Roberts. Check me out.
No. I read certain amounts, and then I'd stop it, and then I pieced it all together, and I put the music to it, and then I put it into video form.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I have to do. Sometimes I'll do like a 30-second read, and then sometimes I'm on a roll and I'll get through like a minute and 30 seconds, and I'm like, whew, okay. That was a long haul. And doing an audiobook, that's a long haul to sit there and read that much.
Well, sure. I wanted to get the feel for the scene, I mean, anybody can just sit there and read it, but if you don't have the feel for the emotion, it's not going to come across.
Exactly. And that's what I've been having to do, because I'm talking for the monster in the book. His name is Rod Hunter. And when I am reading some of the stuff that Rod Hunter says, I actually did a few blooper videos, because the stalker is so over the top crazy and insane. Some of the stuff he says is just, I can't believe I'm actually saying this stuff. And I actually busted out giggling a couple times because it's so crazy, and then I'll get on my highs and my lows with reading it, but I did a few bloopers today just for me, to have to get my emotions down when I was reading certain things. And me and you were talking about that earlier with the Monsters of Melbourne, the podcast that we were doing every week. I go back through those and I listen to them to help me with the true crime novel that I'm writing, and that's why I do stuff like that, so I can go back and oh my God, this is what I was thinking, this is how I felt at that time, and it helps me work through with the actual nonfiction book that I'm working on, which is, I get on a downside when I start talking about that, because I mean, the things that happened are so out there, they're horrible, the things that I've went through. And since we're talking about that, I am trying to launch a podcast for stalking victims. And Stephen knows this, Philly knows it. I've got a few people that I have spoken with, and we're going to be working together to find victims and bring them on the podcast. I'm going to try and do a book based off their stories. And the FBI agent here that I'm working with and the sergeant in Australia, they both know, and they're willing to help me go to Congress and try and get some laws passed as far as stalking goes, because there's not much out there for victims or anything who are dealing with this.
Right.
So
right. And there hasn't.
opened something up really, something he probably didn't want to with me.
He opened up a can of worms. He wanted to be
He did.
famous, so now we're going to make him famous, right?
Yeah, and even police, my counselor, other people I've talked to have said he apparently did not know who he was messing with when he came after you. And they've even said that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm going to make him the poster child for stalking and for stalking laws. I mean, I like to see people succeed in what they want to do. He wanted to be famous, so I want to help him. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I'm just trying to send a message to somebody. Actually, Lori on Facebook there. I was going to type it, but I'll just say it. She can go to her Facebook if she wants to. It's in a message. I just posted. I just sent it to her in a messenger.
Okay.
So.
All right. And I'll have Stephen, and I'll try to put the links up to the book trailers and the contest. So anyone listening anywhere in the world can enter this contest because it's a digital download. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can win a free copy of The Lady in the Backyard. And I've got some great reviews on that. There's teasers up, and we'll put those in the for everyone to check out as well. So that's what makes it so good about ebooks and downloads and everything. You can reach such a big audience outside the U.S. wherever you want to go. And that's why I'm excited about the way I'm marketing all these stories now that are coming out.
I gotta tell you what Lori's wrote in the chat there. She said, "Oh, please send him an invite to Scotland. I would love to host him here. He can have a look at my garden, pick his plot. Herb. pick his burial plot."
Yeah, I like that. He's been kind of quiet. He'll get on oh my God, he's been posting videos of and he's like smoking some drug and just falling all over the ground and can barely stand up, and just so many changes have come since he was questioned by the FBI when he was over here in the United States, because they went and questioned him, But what amazes me is the insanity that the FBI's questioning you. Your house was raided and all your electronics taken, and you still continue to harass the
What's
person.
Your next move? Yeah, what's your next move? Oh, let's go do some more.
I know. It makes no sense at
not
all.
Not that smart, is he?
No. And I've told the police and the FBI here, I've got me and the FBI agent here, he is so awesome. I'm not going to say his name, but he is a sweetheart. He's talked to me many, many times when I've been on my lows. I've been crying to him on the phone. He takes time out to talk to me. So does the sergeant over in Australia. I mean, these two guys, I couldn't have got two better law enforcement officers to work with me. But I told both of them, I said, my God, if this was me, I would be like on my hands and knees begging you guys to please stop moving forward. I'll quit. I'm sorry. No, not my stalker. It's like, bring it. I'm not worried about you. I'm not scared of you. And it's just insane. So, but it will all come out in the Stalking of Tressa Graves, the Monster of Melbourne, as soon as it's out of the court system. And I can't wait. But in the meantime, we can check out the Stalking Monster. And the next story that'll be coming out, I've already decided this, will be the Stalking Monster is true crime, psychological thriller. And with my true crimes, I always add my own input on stuff or whatever. So that's what this falls under. But the next story coming out is 50 Shades of Graves, and that's just an outright horror story legend about a witch, which I love writing about witches. So that one's really fun. And that'll be the next one to hit ebook. And that one will be an audiobook. And Stephen Roberts will be a part of that. I haven't told him yet, so I'll tell him now.
Yeah.
I've been so busy. I haven't been able to let you know that, yes, you will be a part of that.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I still got Tressa Graves Productions, so anyone who's interested in being published, if you've already got a book out there that you've published and you need to advertise it, market it, send me an email, tressagraveproductions@outlook.com, and we can help you with all that. So I'm a busy girl getting stuff. I've actually got 2 new authors coming out. One he'll have his work done next month, Tommy Gunn. And then I've got another one that's going to have his story out this summer. So I'm really excited to have those 2 new authors on board.
Yeah. Well, that's good too. Paying clients are always good.
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them. And I like to help people because authors who are new, they don't know really what they should do, how they should do it. And I've had a lot of years with experience, we'll say, and I can help move them forward. I know how to do book signings, how to schedule book signings, and everyone's already told me I'm really good at marketing, so I got that down. We do book trailers, audiobooks, anything you can think of that you need done for a new book coming out, book covers, we do it all. And like I said, Tressa Graves Productions at Outlook.com. You guys can go to www.tressagraves.com and check out all my blogs. All my videos are up over there. And follow me, Facebook, Instagram. I'm not even going to go through the whole list, Stephen. There's so many. There's so many.
Well, that's what I said. As I was saying earlier, it might be just easier to tell them which ones you're not on.
I know. And I'm looking to sign on to more. I'm even over on Tagged. It's like a dating site, but it's also social media. So you put up there what you're over there for, dating, friends, or whatever. And I put up friends, but it just never works out that way for me. But I still go over there. Everyone's really nice. I've never had anyone be, rude, inappropriate, or whatever to me over there. So I like being on Tagged as well. I just got LinkedIn back up and running. I just haven't been able to advertise the publishing company like I want to. And I have high hopes for that. I really love the publishing company. We can get you on the podcast and just all kinds of fun things we can do for you over at TGP. You just got to contact me first, and we do a marketing plan that fits you. So it's not just set plans that we have. We work with you and let you know what you need to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of everything that's going on right now. I'm proud of the Stalking Monster. I'm proud of the 50 Shades of Graves. I even got up the book covers for the Lady in the Backyard and the Stalking Monster. It's really cool. Oh, and I've got a t-shirt line coming out too.
Yeah. Are you also proud of yourself for not sticking your head in the sand or hiding in a closet for the last 2 years now?
I am proud of myself for moving forward and doing what I want to do with my life. Yes. Had I have done that, I would be very unhappy. I don't know what I would do. I told Sam, I can't work a regular job. I like too much attention to do that, I can't work a job. That just isn't.
You're too much of a diva, aren't you?
I know. I can't go in and someone say, hey, you need to pick that up or whatever. I'll be like, do you know I'm the queen? And that wouldn't work out very well. So I have to do what I
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I know you're the queen. You're the queen of the unemployment line.
Exactly. And have someone tell me that, and I'd be like, although, all joking aside, I was the queen of the unemployment line because I wasn't doing anything because of this stalker. I was in hiding. I put my head between my legs and just ran. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I mean, the stuff he threw at me, it's like, that's why he's the monster. Only a monster would do stuff that has happened to me. You know,
That's
it's
right.
a whole new line of terror that he's done that, to be honest with you, in the beginning, the police did not know what to do with this. And being it was international, it was, you know, it was crazy because it was always, well, Australia needs to take care of it. No, the United States needs to take care of it. And finally, I'm just like going down to the FBI office every day, sitting out there waiting for someone to talk to me. And finally, okay, yeah, we got an open case. And
Tr- You're probably saying to yourself, let me get a gun. I'll go take care of it.
something needed to be done if the police was not going to do something. And the fan base, friends, they were getting so upset because I was just wiped off. You know, I was wiped off the internet. I was too scared to go on there. But I think they have it under control now. Once, you know, an individual hears this show, they'll probably be like, oh yeah, well, let me show you what I still have. And of course I'll download it and document it and send it to the police again. So that's fine. I don't care. I'm not hiding anymore. I just document everything that's being done, and it just makes my case even stronger. So
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
of course, that's been going on for almost 2 years of documentation, Stephen, of everything that's been going on. Do you
Yes,
know how many
I know.
emails police have from me? It's
Probably
in the
thousands.
it is, I'll tell you right now, it's above 20. I know that because I've called.
20,000? Yeah.
It's over above it's more than 20,000.
I think I think my figures would have fallen off by now if I had to write that many emails.
Oh yeah, I was determined. I was determined. I was not gonna. I documented everything, and that's what stalking victims need to learn. You know, don't let police tell you that, oh, we can't help you, this, and I know how it works
Do you,
now, and that's why I'm moving forward to help others.
do you know why they tell people that? Tell women that especially because they
They
want
don't
you
want
to.
their case.
They don't. They don't want to spend the time doing it. They don't want to spend the time doing their job.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, they need an internet. And I'll tell you, it is not the police, Stephen. In 2 years of doing this, it is not the police that does not want to do anything. It's the laws that tied their hands. And I've learned this over 2 years. The police have always worked with me. I mean, the police where I'm at, they've had my house on a 24-hour watch for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
They're very nice to me. They say, if you hear anything, you see anything, you call us. We don't care if it's a false alarm, whatever. You call us. They do what they can. It's the people in the suits that make the laws and tell the police you know, oh, we're not going to pick up this case, or we're not going to move forward with this case. That's where the problem comes in. It is not the police. They are out there doing their job.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I can't say that enough. They work their butts off. They do care about the victims. They really do. But their hands are tied a lot of times. If you get a criminal and you're going to try that criminal, you get one shot at it. If you take them to court, you have to make sure you get it right the first time. And so
Sure.
these guys have a hard job of proving everything beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's where, I mean, the laws are too strict for you know, the criminal, you
Well,
have to prove them guilty.
the laws are set up for the criminals.
Yeah, they are. And I have found that out. And that's what I want to go do. I want to go help change laws. I spoke to another lady. I won't say what state she's in or anything, but she was a stalking victim, and she's going to school to be a lawyer to try and change the laws that are out there right now.
Yeah, she was a teenager. She was just a teenager when all that happened too.
Yeah, she was. And her story is just as insane as mine. Hers ended in violent. I was lucky because, I mean, I've had people come to my door. I've had threats of being killed, gunshots and everything. But if my stalker had been in the U.S., I think it would have been a lot worse than what it was.
Probably so.
Huh?
Probably so. Well, actually, who knows how bad? Who knows if you'd even gotten to this point if your car hadn't broken down?
Oh, I know. Yeah, because I was supposed to go meet him. And that was really weird. Day before I was supposed to go meet him because he used to work for me, my car broke down and I could not go meet this person. And had I went to meet him, even the police say now, because, we've told them the story. They say, yeah, I may have not made it back home with the things that we have found out. So it's just, and that will all be in my book once it comes out, The Stalking of Tressa Graves, The Monster of Melbourne. People can go read my bio over on my website. And, I talk a little bit about it, about being out of work for 2 years and,
I believe it, I believe it could be vanity or the ego that keeps not just men, but it's women also, people in general from being able to accept the word no or don't.
Well, I've been told by many that my stalker fits into a sociopath, as well as other things, narcissistic, but the mindset is dangerous.
Yeah.
This person is a dangerous person to be. I can't believe he's walking around in public, to be honest.
If he were still in America, still in his hometown, he would probably be crippled or dead, one or the other, the way he acts, because there's a lot of people here in America that just won't put up with that stuff. If he'd have been born in the South and raised in the South, he probably wouldn't be alive today. I don't know. Or in the state of Michigan too, because there's a lot of open land that nobody will ever find a body.
Well, and people here have said, we'll say criminals and other men don't like it. They don't like child molesters. They don't like rapists. And they don't like people who dox another woman's address for sex and drugs and to cause her harm. It falls in the same category as rape, child molestation, and all that. So he's got a big fan club that aren't fans. That's, and it's not because I exposed them. He exposed himself by putting videos up. I mean, there's videos up on his YouTube page right now of him harassing me. I mean, he's not trying to hide it, so it's not like I'm saying anything that he hasn't got up right now. I would be too scared to let people know who I am, but this person has it's like he fears nothing. He thinks he's untouchable.
Yeah.
And that's part of what I try to bring out in the Stalking Monsters. Well, because I've done research on serial killers and stuff. I've always been interested in that. So I put a little bit of that into what he is for the fictitious novel. And I've got sayings in there that people are going to read and go, what does that mean? But whenever you're talking to a sociopath or whatever, they say stuff that makes no sense, especially when you're cracked up on meth or, whatever.
I wouldn't know.
People can go look at this themselves and see it. I mean, he posted him high as hell on YouTube. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. Well, we've had a pretty good show, almost about 35 minutes here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my hand's hurting. I'm holding my tablet. I'm sitting there holding this big tablet trying to talk, and I'm excited to get there.
Why does my arm hurt?
I know. I keep switching hands. I have to make sure I don't cover up the microphone because I do that a lot. When I go on Facebook Live, sometimes I'll put my hand on it and I cover the microphone, and all people hear is whoop, 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 for like 30 minutes. And it's like I did that for nothing. So, but yeah, thanks, Stephen, for having me on again. You guys go to www.tressagraves.com and check out all the cool stuff going on over there. And follow me mainly on Facebook, and I'm over on G+. And if you guys go subscribe to me on YouTube, all you gotta do is put in Tressa Graves. I'll pop up. You'll be registered to win Lady in the Backyard. You can subscribe to me on YouTube or my website, thetressagraves.com, and automatically be registered. I'd rather you go over to my website because I'm not happy with YouTube. So. But either way, you can be registered to win.
Well, all right. Thanks once again then.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.